Now, Lady Bear Legacy on Z27.
Welcome back after a 2-week break to Lady Bear Legacy with head coach Amaka Gugu Hamilton. I am your host, Matt Vereen. We hope you had a great holiday season. Coach Mox, you've had a busy one. Let's talk first about the end to non-conference play. How much did that hard-fought loss to Gonzaga, followed by such a record-setting win over William Jewell, really help shape the team headed into conference play?
Yeah, I mean, Gonzaga, they're a great team, but I don't feel like we played our best game, After the holiday break, we had to focus on us a little bit, and the William Jewell game was a perfect way to do that. I thought, we got some people off the bench, got their confidence back. Obviously our starters didn't play a lot in that game, but I think that, the supporting cast did a great job, and they've been doing well since. So my message to the team was you have to be able to go deep in your bench in order to continue to make a run through conference and postseason play.
And now you're off to a 2-0 start to the Valley. You open with 2 road games. It's your first venture. What have been your first impressions of the conference so far?
Well, it's crazy to join the conference in such a historic year. I mean, this is the best it's been in probably ever. Our conference RPI is super high. It used to be 3 a couple months ago or a month ago, but now I think it's 7. And so it's competitive. I mean, every game is going to be a dogfight. It's not going to be the big blowouts that you've seen in the past, although Drake started pretty well. They made a statement with their first game. But, I think it's going to be pretty competitive. And my team, the message I keep giving to them is, I want to see some consistency. I don't want us to just walk in and think, oh, it's Valpo, it's an easy day, because then, then next thing you know, they're competing and it's a close game. So I just want us to have that, killer mindset no matter who's on the front of the jersey and just play Lady Bear basketball every game.
We're going to talk about that competitiveness, 2 games so far. Specifically, let's talk about Loyola Chicago. Coming into that game to open the Valley play, non-conference records, you were the 2 kind of best teams coming into that game, so that was a really solid Ramblers team y'all went up against.
It was, but, at the same time, I think they're better than they were in the past, and I think they're playing great, but at the same time, we're going to get everybody's A game. We're going to get everybody's best shot, and we talk about that a lot. So everybody's going to elevate their game against us, so we can't be nonchalant. And I was a little disappointed at how we started that game, kind of competed through that game, because I think in our players' minds, they were like, well, we got this. We're the better team. And anybody can beat you on any given day, and I think Loyola's playing great. They played a great game. They had a great game plan against us, and I just think, thank goodness we won in the end, but it was a lesson learned, because, you can't take any team for granted.
Well, let's break down how that game went. It was last Friday, Missouri State opening up Valley play at the Ramblers. Both sides only 2 losses at the time. First quarter, Maya Benhar here driving and hitting the floater to get you within 2.
Yeah, we needed Maya to kind of step up. I think she stepped up more in the Valpo game, but that was a great move for us.
And then here at the end of the first, Shamika Ely getting the and one. 9 Lady Bears score 2 points for an 18-14 lead.
Yeah, again, the supporting cast really kind of showed up and helped us out.
And then Alexa Willer got hot, especially from distance.
She's been super. She's playing with so much urgency, and she really put us on her back.
13 points for her in the second quarter alone, game high 21 overall. Third quarter up 4. Janae Gonzalez here cutting it to 1 on a 3.
Yeah, they shot the ball well. They really competed.
Seconds left, Ramblers get a steal, but the Heaves going to fall short. This game goes to overtime.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off right there, because I was trying to call a timeout, and the ref didn't see me, but we ended up getting it back, and obviously game winner.
And there's your play of the game. Tied at 72, 6 seconds left. Jasmine Franklin beats the buzzer for the dub.
Yeah, with her right hand. So that was huge for us.
74-72 dramatic finish. We'll take a look at the stats of the game presented by Houlihan's. He had the slight edge in field goal shooting, but what really sticks out is shooting 50% from 3, while the Ramblers shot just 31.
Yeah, and I think some of their players stepped up in that area, but at the end of the day, we really stepped up, and I think a lot of that was on the back of Alexa Willard behind the arc, but we got to hit shots, and I think hitting shots on the road gives you a chance to win.
And you've been controlling rebounds so far this season. Free throw shooting exactly even, but the rebounds go your way, 39-32.
Yeah, and Loyola is a great rebounding team. I think we were 1 and 2 in the conference in that category. So to prevail and kind of beat them in that area was huge for us.
Overall, how do you think the team kind of handled that pressure of overtime and the Valley opener?
I think it was good. I think we showed a lot of poise down the stretch, and they listened to coaching and the game plan and executed what we wanted, especially especially on that last-second shot. But I think it was kind of an eye-opener that, wow, you know, the Valley is pretty competitive, and, you know, every team wants to beat us. We have a huge target on our back, and, you know, we're going to see that even more this weekend with Drake wanting to be nationally ranked. They deserve to be nationally ranked. And I know we're going to talk about that later, but, you know, you can't relax ever. I mean, I think this is a super competitive league, but that makes it fun, and it makes it exciting for the fans.
We will definitely be talking about that Drake game later. That's a good 1-0 in the Valley. After the break, we will wrap up the road trip with highlights from Valpo. But first, here's a look at some recent scores from around the conference.
Trust. It comes from experience. Long seasons, short nights. Lessons learned and shared. Sometimes it's easy. But usually it isn't. Seasons come and go, and few things last. The ones that do are the ones you trust.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Taco Bell Party Packs are available for delivery. Nothing can stop us now. What does everyone want tonight? Tacos, tacos. Now what's gonna start this party off right? Tacos, tacos. You can call us crazy, that's okay. We'll get party packs delivered any day. Tacos. Bring the party with Taco Bell Party Packs. Get your first delivery free on orders of $12 or more, only on Grubhub.
For the past 42 years, and with over 28 million sold, more people have put their hard-earned money on a Ford F-Series truck than any other pickup in America. Yeah, I'd say that's money well spent. It's Ford Truck Month, America. Time to join the stampede.
Get 0% for 72 months on F-150, plus $1,000 cash back. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Welcome back to Lady Bear Legacy. We're about to look at the highlights from Missouri State's road game at Valpo. But, Coach, only a couple days to prepare between games. How much did maybe that preseason WNIT, as well as the team experience from last year, help them with that quick turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, I think our players are pretty used to that, obviously being in the Valley and being a part of these one-day preps. But for coaches, you know, this is different. I've never been in a conference where you have one day in between conference games. So I think the preseason WNIT definitely helped us kind of manage their bodies and physical, mental state, and also turn around scouts, things like that. So I think we're in a pretty good rhythm already, but it was different, you know, and it's going to be different throughout the course of January and February. But I think our players are ready to adapt. I mean, they're used to it. Obviously, NCAA tournament, too, helped them as well.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from Valpo. Lady Bears hunting that 2-0 Valley start and showing some hustle early. A ball loose. Bryce Caleb's going to collect it, get the ball eventually to Alexa Willard, who was again the leading scorer with 24 points.
Yeah, Bryce had like go-go gadget arms there, but yeah, you know, she just gets those 50-50 balls and keeps us in possessions.
And Bryce Caleb was close behind in scoring. Started the second, finishing through the foul, and you're up 22-16.
She had a great all-around game. I mean, 6 assists, 4 steals, 18 points. She really helped us out.
You mentioned it. Next possession, Caleb again, this time for triple. 3 of her 18 points, was second on the team. Lady Bears ruled the second quarter, and here's Sydney Wilson adding a 3 of her own, part of a 12-0 run.
Yeah, she's been playing great. Again, I think she kind of came alive in that William Jewell game, found her offensive rhythm, and she's not just a defensive stopper. She can score. Second
half, Crusaders would close that lead to single digits. Big part of that was their three-point shooting.
Yeah, I mean, they hit 15 threes, which is high. But I thought that we kind of just kept fighting and stayed in it.
And there's that fight. Jasmine Franklin, the steal and the score to regain momentum and help seal a big win.
Yeah, those are the hustle plays that Jazz always brings. And I just wanted our team to compete in the Loyola game, in the Valpo game, not overlook anybody. And I think we did. Our defense needs to get better, and I think it was better in that game. I mean, when you look at 15 threes and 68 points that we gave up, you don't see that. But our starters, I guess our top 7 people, probably they increased the lead by like 20, and then we subbed, and it went back down. Then we went back up to 20, and then subbed. So we just got to get more defense off of our bench. Our bench contributed 22 points, which is huge, but I just want to see there be no drop-off in defense.
It was 81-68, the final score. It takes the Lady Bears to 2-0 to start MVC action. Here's a deeper look at the Valpo win with the Houlihan's final stats. A 13-point win, but a large majority of that comes from that dominant second quarter.
For sure. And again, I think if we didn't have a drop-off defensively, it could have been a 25-point win. We stretched the game. We stretched the lead a lot in that game a couple times. But at the end of the day, people got to mature and continue to contribute. We can't have that drop-off. But I'm super pleased with the competitiveness and the defensive intensity we showed.
And we talked about it a bit, but Valpo was unbelievably lethal from three. They shoot 64% from range, most of that coming in that late rally.
Yeah, and when you look at those kind of stats, you're not really supposed to win a game when a team's shooting like that. So for us to prevail through that, again, we're going to get everybody's A game, their best shot. That's their best game of the game. Best game of the year, and that was Loyola's best game of the year. So we got to be able to weather the storm and just, prevail in the end and just stay persevered. And I just think that, Valpo is a good team. They're much improved from the past, and they shot the ball well at home, and winning games on the road are huge.
And it was well-rounded in the other stat categories. You win rebounds, assists, and turnovers.
Yeah, and getting to the free throw line. I think we did a good job of being aggressive in that one.
Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap up the game highlights. Coming up next, Coach and I will break down the end of that dramatic Loyola game with some chalk talk. But first, here's a look at the Missouri Valley standings.
Lady Bears basketball, sponsored by Bass Pro Shops. Bud Light. Taco Bell. And Midwest Ford Dealers.
What is it? A case of Bud Light. This is the best Crispmas ever.
What is Crispmas? It's a holiday invented to celebrate the crisp taste of Bud Light.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Mostly it's an excuse to get people to give him Bud Light.
Let me guess. Bud Light.
And this will happen every year?
Oh, yes. And also every Tuesday.
This means so much to me. Next!
Brewed to be crisp. Bud Light.
What does it mean to be more than your banker? At the Bank of Missouri, it means seeing beyond the walls of the bank, beyond loans and checking accounts, to goals and dreams, to meeting you in the community and living alongside you. Because we know in order to serve you best, it's about being more than your banker. It's about being friends and neighbors. Together, we live well and bank well.
When an accident knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Welcome back to Lady Bear Legacy. It's time for another Chalk Talk segment as we break down a particular part of this Missouri State team. And this time, Coach, I want to take a look back at the Loyola finish. Game-winning basket from Jasmine Franklin. Just kind of walk me through. Obviously, this is a huge moment in overtime. Just walk me through this play.
Yeah, Bryce and Willie are more of our go-to players. So I knew that they weren't going to leave them. So as this loops around, you'll see one more time here that I knew I needed. If you pause it right here, I needed Bryce to have the ball. So Bryce comes off the ball screen from Jasmine. Jasmine rolls, which we already saw, right? And then they're not going to leave Willie, and they're not really going to leave Bryce too much, even though on the catch they did, right? So I wanted to go to Jasmine. I thought Jasmine could put the team on her back. she'd be one-on-one in there. This kid couldn't double because she knew we had Bryce, who's a 41% three-point shooter, and then you have Alexa here. So Jazz had a one-on-one move there, and she ends up finishing with her right hand, which is, you know, we keep talking about that because she can shoot with her right, but, you know, sometimes she chooses not to. So you'll see the whole play kind of roll through one more time. The ball, they didn't show the ball screen, but it was a ball screen, roll. Willie came up for the kickback, look for Jasmine inside.
And what's it like to be able to have a faith in a player like Jasmine Franklin to know that she can handle kind of a huge moment like this?
I mean, I think not even just Jazz. I think we have so many players on our team that can handle those moments. You know, we have really good players. And again, the Valley didn't recognize that. I think we got 4 or 5 of the best players in the conference on our team. I really, truly believe that. So I mean, right when I called the timeout, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go to Jazz. I already knew because I knew that they thought I was going to Alexa or Bryce.
Obviously, a huge play from one of the nation's top post players. That'll do it for Chalk Talk. But coming up next, we will go one-on-one inside Lady Bears basketball as we sit down with Bri Ellis.
Lady Bears basketball sponsored by Shelter Insurance, Chevy dealerships of the Ozarks, Taco Bell, Doubletree, and Houlihan.
Take the journey. See the wild. Share the wonder. Discover the wonders of wildlife. National Museum and Aquarium. Voted America's best aquarium. Next to the granddaddy of all outdoor stores, Bass Pro Shops' national headquarters in Springfield, Missouri, USA.
Beautiful, spacious skies. Purple mountains. And amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. For your auto, home, and life, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com.
What is it? A case of Bud Light. This is the best Christmas ever.
What is Crispmas? It's a holiday invented to celebrate the crisp taste of Bud Light.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Mostly it's an excuse to get people to give him Bud Light.
Let me guess. Bud Light.
And this will happen every year?
Oh, yes. And also every Tuesday.
This means so much to me. Next!
Brewed to be crisp. Bud Light.
For the past 42 years, and with over 28 million sold, more people have put their hard-earned money on a Ford F-Series truck than any other pickup in America. Yeah, I'd say that's money well spent. It's Ford Truck Month, America. Time to join the stampede.
Get 0% for 72 months on F-150, plus $1,000 cash back. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
It's now time to go one-on-one inside of Lady Bears basketball presented by Bass Pro. This week, our own Dan Lindblad sat down with Missouri State junior guard Bri Ellis.
Growing up in Central Missouri, sports was life for Bri Ellis.
My dad played football at Texas Tech University. My mom played basketball at Mizzou. So it's just kind of human nature is what I grew up around.
A 3-time state champion while at Rockbridge High School, Ellis attended Missouri State West Plains as a freshman. The problem? The Grizzlies don't have a women's basketball team.
It was really tough. They had a rec center right in the middle of campus, and that's just where I would spend my days. If I wasn't in class, I would go to the rec center and I would try to play with the men's team or play with the locals that came to the rec center. And that's basically what I did. If I wasn't in class, I was at the rec center just trying to stay in shape as much as I could.
1 year was enough. Ellis knew she wanted to return to the court.
Kelly Harper, she actually kept in contact with me the whole year that I was down there. And then after my first year there, I had called her up and she was still interested in me as being a walk-on. So got the amazing opportunity to come here as a walk-on my sophomore year.
1 year as a walk-on, was also enough.
Congrats on earning the scholarship. I was standing right on that bear head down there, and it was just so surreal that all my hard work had paid off, and that I had a coaching staff that believed in me, and an athletic department that believed in me. My teammates believed in me, so the rest was history.
Through non-conference, Ellis has played in 3 games and scored 9 points. She doesn't fill the box score, and she's not the first off the bench. But there's a reason she gets the one-on-one moves during introductions.
My teammates do an outstanding job of reminding me of how important my spirit is on the team. And I think that is so rewarding because it's not always the easiest role. It's not the most glamorous role. But knowing that my coaches and my teammates depend on me for just being me, I think that gives me the motivation to come to practice every day with a good attitude and make sure that everyone is doing their best, trying their best.
Bree is just one of those people that you always want to be around. You know, she just lights up the room and always has a smile on her face.
Bree, do you have any questions? And as a budding sports journalist, she's sure to light up press conferences as well.
Brianna Ellis, and I am a member of the Lady Bears basketball team as well.
What was it like playing in Iowa, like playing at Iowa State last year, and how did she use that motivation?
Great question, Bree.
For Lady Bear Legacy, I'm Dan Lindblad.
Coach, anyone who's been around Ellis knows about her positive presence. What's it been like for you kind of getting to know her here in your first season?
Bree's great. I mean, Bree and I we kind of hit it off from the beginning. Honestly, we have a great relationship, and I just think that she brings so much positivity to our team. I know she doesn't play a lot, and she started as a walk-on, but I knew that they gave her, gave her scholarship, and I was going to honor that because I think she's a huge part of our success. What she brings in practice every day, what she brings in to us as coaches, and what she brings in games helps us continue to be successful. But she's going to be great. I mean, she just has so much positivity to give to the world. I know she wants to be like a sideline reporter, a commentator, you know, some kind of journalist, and I think that's her calling, you know, and she's going to touch a lot of lives, and she's going to do a lot of great things in the world.
As long as she doesn't steal my job. We're going to take another break, but when we come back, we will take a look at what's next for the Lady Bears. Welcome back to the show. Every week we're answering your submitted questions for Coach Mox, sponsored by Chevy Dealer of the Ozarks. This week's question comes from Megan. She actually had two questions. First up, something we touched on a bit earlier. Quote, after coaching your first 2 games in the Valley, what's your first impressions of this conference?
Again, I think it's a super competitive conference, and I think it's going to be an exciting year for fans. We'll see how it all plays out. I think this next couple of weeks will kind of show, the cream kind of rise to the top. But I think every game is going to be a game you have to prepare for the same and show some consistency.
And obviously, you talked about, I mean, this is one of the more competitive, versions of the Valley we've ever seen, and it's just your first year kind of getting to see it at almost a peak.
Yeah, and I like competitive games, honestly, so I'm excited that the conference is kind of stepped up. Also, it helps for NCAA berth, or even just WNIT for teams that can't make the NCAA. So the more postseason teams you can get, the better the conference is as a whole. So I just want everybody to keep, competing. I think we did a great job in non-conference, and I'm, excited to see how everything plays out.
And for Megan, she had a second question. She was curious what your favorite movie was, and I'm curious as well now.
Well, I don't know if I have one favorite movie, but I would say I was a huge Martin Lawrence fan and a huge Jim Carrey fan growing up. So there's a couple of them, like Boomerang, Nothing to Lose. Those were huge ones for me, Martin Lawrence movies. Jim Carrey, obviously, like, I can't even think of it now. Liar, Liar, that was one. And then the other one, Ace Ventura. Sorry, I couldn't think of it.
I was so hoping you were going to say Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Ace Ventura.
Now, if you want your questions answered by Coach Mox, you can feel free to email me at mvereen@color10.com, or you can find me on Twitter and Facebook. But finally, let's talk about your next opponent, because this is a big one. You're Friday at home against historic Valley rivals in Drake. You come in 12-2, 2-0 in the Valley. Bulldogs 9-4, 1-0 in conference. Historically, these two teams have ruled the Valley, so for fans, it's probably the most exciting game of the year.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Drake started out great. I mean, the way that UNI obviously was picked third, and they blew them out, So for them to kind of make that statement, we just have to continue to make sure we're trying to make statements and be prepared. But I think it's going to be a super exciting game.
And I understand on top of that excitement that it's a blackout game for the fans.
Yeah, so fans, we need you to come. I mean, there's all kinds of promotions. You'll see them on social media, but first 1,000 fans get a T-shirt, black T-shirt, and we need everybody to wear black. And just come out and support us. But it should be a great atmosphere, very similar to the whiteout, I believe. But I'm just super excited for this game. I think it'll be a great opportunity for us to continue to prove ourselves to this conference and to the nation. Drake's a great team. Like I said earlier, they deserve to be ranked, and so they're going to come in trying to take our spot. So we have to defend it and bring our A game.
And it's your first experience with this Drake rivalry. I imagine it didn't take long for the fans to kind of rub off how much they eye for this game.
Yeah, and being a part of all kinds of different conferences, rivalry games just bring something else out of you. Just like the Mizzou game brought a lot of competitive, a lot of, I guess, fire out of everybody. Same thing with these kind of games. So I'm excited for it, and I think it's going to be a good time for fans and our players.
As we said, that's Friday, January 10th, first tip, 7 o'clock. Could very well have some major ramifications for the end of the year and how the Valley shakes out. Lady Bears also hosting Northern Iowa Sunday, 2 o'clock tip-off. That's going to do it for the show for Coach Mox. I'm your host, Matt Vereen. We'll see you next week, or we will see you at the Q.